so I can report a crime instead of sending me to a fake number like you do for the last 4 years. But not only commit a federal offense, but let your workers impersonate LA care workers. And your 911 admitting to it on recording. Hello?
Okay, so what crime are you trying to report?
I was trying to go to Van Nuys to report identity theft.
Okay, well, you live in West Valley Division, so why do you need Van Nuys Division?
Oh, because they're involved in my 8 attempted murders and 6 internal affairs cases, but involved with being outside my house right now, but connected to my modem without a warrant, but frauding over 200 FBI phone calls and 200 911 calls, but they're not only letting thousands of people connect to my Roku TV in the living room, but commit trillions of dollars in crimes and even impersonate a Secret Service agent, and it's on court documents with 18,800 pictures and videos that you could see on MARK period SHALLIT period 902 at Instagram.com. With all the proof of it. And on court documents. Impersonation of a Secret Service agent. What was your name and ID number?
I'm operator 229.
And what dispatch center are you from?
Valley Communications.
Valley Communications. Who's your supervisor today?
I'm not even sure.
You're not even sure who your supervisor is? Well, if I want to send an ADA discrimination form, how do I send it to your address?
Okay, well, that will be handled by internal affairs. We're not going to give you our address.
Oh, okay. Well, last time your supervisor gave it to me. Now, is there any way we could get
Would you
this?
like to speak to a supervisor, sir?
I would love to, but I want to ask you a question. Is there any way we could get this call escalated so you could check out that Instagram account I gave with all the 200 fraud and 911 calls there for you to view? But your 911 call made after going to LA Care, but me not calling you all day for your worker to say I've been calling you guys all day, but been calling LA Care all day, and the very FedEx that relays the LA Care calls to your 911 dispatch to impersonate LA Care calls might teach you a story. With all the proof.
Okay, sir, you
Yeah.
have a 911 emergency.
I want to be. You guys were supposed to transfer me to Van Nuys so I could report identity theft. But you transferred me to voicemail.
If you live in West Valley, then Van Nuys is not going to take an identity theft report for you.
Well, West Valley won't take no report from me, and West Valley's outside my window. I could just go knock on their door and say, hey, take a report. But they're the ones committing the crimes. Let me talk to your supervisor. Excuse me, let me talk to your supervisor. I'm not getting nowhere with you. Let me talk to your supervisor.
Sir, hold on a second. You cannot make a identity theft report over the phone.
Well, I want to talk to your supervisor, ma'am.
You have it to the station.
I want to talk to the supervisor, if you don't mind.
Sure, give me 1 moment.
That's my right. Go ahead and do that. Now, obviously, she's, come on. Please, you know what I mean? I've been talking to them for 4 years. They've been lying about everything. And they've been playing to be LA healthcare people. Huh? I mean, come on now. Cheers. And you're supposed to be 911 taking care of people you're involved in torturing Jews. Get out of here. I'm going to sue the shit out of them. And that's why I got all them on recording, including this lady right now on recording. And that's why it's going on YouTube next. But I'm going to send it to every TV station, radio station, and news station too. And Homeland Security. And we're going to see where they sit in the end. We're going to go ahead and point the video camera so you can see the LAPD vehicles with their lights on, but connected to my modem, but by patrol police ID 0000123. And you see the lady walking in my building that doesn't live here with white earphones? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who's this?
This is Senior Officer Shepard. What are you reporting?
Hi, Miss Shepard. Oh, I had a question to ask you if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to try to have something investigated. It occurred about 4 to 5 weeks ago. What happened was I was talking to LA Care all day, and when I was talking to LA Care all day, I came back home to check on the 911 call that was frauded to Criticom Security Services. Now, when I got home, I called you guys. Your 911 caller said these exact words. You've been calling us all day. Why are you calling back again? But no, it's because the FedEx vehicle outside, like UPS, they relay my calls to 911 dispatchers who pretend to be LA Care workers, but relay all those LA Care calls. With proof of it, of course. 100% proof. Recordings and all. But the problem I'm having, ma'am, is me calling you guys for 4 years, but you let me be a victim of so much crimes that it's unbelievable. But,
Crime are you reporting, sir?
well, I would like to report a crime under a constitutional crime, which is cruel and unusual punishment.
By whom?
LAPD. And they're connected to my modem outside my house right now with not only letting millions of people connect to my internet, but through my Roku TV in the living room and commit billions of dollars in crimes. Now, I want to give a reference so you can look over the website before you decide to make that crime report. But that's what I need to report. Now, I want to go ahead and tell you it's M as in Mark, A as in Apple, R as in Red, K as in Kill, period. S as in Sam, H as in Hell, A as in Apple, L as in Lamb, L as in Lamb, I as in Indian, T as in Tom, period 902 at Instagram.com. Not only do I have 18,800 pictures and videos, but an LAPD officer impersonating a Secret Service agent and on court documents as proof as it happened in my probation office, which is not only a life sentence crime, but an act of terrorism. And I do want Secret Service or Homeland contacted immediately, as you'll also see Spectrum admit to the theft of my number for 2 years, but not before hiding it under my brother's name, and LAPD paying my brother to sign illegal medical paperwork because they put an unlicensed FCC device in my home, which you could see notarized on that website too, but illegally signing it with no mental background, but to kidnap me, illegally drug me, and torture me in a home, but not before cutting off my electric as I found the LAPD board meeting calendar on my desk. But then in the plug of the wall, the light switch, finding the very police radio station KFHW metal plate flushing device with the wooden cover with cameras over. But then frauding over 300 FBI phone calls. I do want to state you're on recording as well, Shepard, as you got me on recording, because I need this taken care of immediately. Immediately. All the evidence is on that website to arrest 400 million people involved in a cyber terrorist attack that took place on May 4th, 2018 by sending a 5-page virus, but with FBI Los Angeles and LAPD both on an unofficial operation called Organized Gang Stalking, which states phone call hacking, computer hacking, severe psychiatric crimes, torture, framing, but a no-touch torture they violated 8 times, running me off the freeway, having me stabbed in the neck, carjacked, but only to return the vehicle without fingerprinting it, but fingerprinting it after they returned it to me, and frauding over 300 FBI phone calls. And them connected right now to my modem with the pictures on that website I gave you, with their police patrol ID, with the blue ball to the corner of my room where the modem is. Yeah.
So I'm going to refer you to your area station for the police report.
They're involved with my editor. I reported it with them already. They never took care of it.
Contact that station for follow-up.
I did.
And what did they say to you?
They said, nothing. They're outside my house right now. Both vehicles, and they're connected to my modem by the police patrol ID I just gave you. 0000123. And picture evidence of it on that website I gave you that was put on this morning. But they've been here the last 40 days and 40 nights. They just stole both my phone numbers again.
Okay, have you contacted your phone carrier?
Yes. They show the torture of me in my home on Spectrum.net. But if you check under Mark Spectrum.net, you'll see that they're involved with other Jewish people persecutions, but hitting people with the radio waves, radio frequency waves, to torture them in their mind.
Mark, what you need to do is call the station back that you made the police report and ask them what follow-up you're going to do. I won't be able to help you here if you've already made the report.
Well, no, I'm talking about the cruel and unusual punishment. They won't take a report of that because they're involved with the crimes. No. I'm talking about the cruel and unusual. That's a constitutional crime, ma'am.
I understand that it's supplemental to the initial report that you took. You have to call them back.
I do. Every day. I do every day. But they're connected to my phones. They stole them. So they fraud all the calls. So I can't call them. Every time I do, it goes to the message. And I got video recordings of all of it on that website I gave you too. And YouTube. 10 accounts under Mark Shallot. And 10 accounts on Facebook too. Same thing. You'll see it all. But them committing trillions of dollars in crimes, but who the Department of Justice been looking for the last 3 years. Now, your 911 and job sessions from Homeland Security said if anybody knows of somebody being a victim of a hate crime to report it. You're 911. I'm going to go ahead and request